CL1, and then the two very distinctive Fokker DR1s, the Dreideckers, the triplanes. One of the aircraft types most emblematic of the aerial fights of the Great War. Make sure that they don't go onto the airfield. Thank you. But now back, as I say, to the battlefields of the First World War, a time when aerial warfare was still very much in its infancy, and the aircraft that waged that war were, by today's standards, extremely primitive, though at the time they incorporated all of the latest advances in the aeronautical art. This is the 2022 display by the Great War Display Team. Two SE5s first in and turning away as we look at them to orbit above the formation. Nearest us is the Junkers CL1 with one Fokker triplane on its tail. Heading away from us in the other direction, one SE5A with the other Fokker triplane on its tail. Now the thing to remember as these little aeroplanes go through their paces is that these were aircraft that were built from wood and fabric. They've been designed with rudimentary knowledge of aerodynamics, and their engine the other big difference here is the experience of the pilots, because during the Great War, the average age of a Royal Flying Corps pilot upon entering the front line was just 20. And by that point, in spite of the establishment very successfully of, in the UK, the Central Flying Scheme back in 1912, the training they would have received was pretty rudimentary, at least particularly early on, without parachutes. But I believe, Colin, one of the biggest fears was consumed by fire. It's, of course, aviation fuel is very volatile. And the whole business that you mentioned there about they flew without parachutes, not because parachutes hadn't been invented, it was because from left to right, the first part of the in July 1917, it was developed in significant part as a result of the software triplane. It's recently been sold with marketing anymore. The DR1 equipped with two spat-out machine guns. It was built to the tune of very small numbers, in fact, for aircraft that was so famous. Just 320 of them were constructed. It was superb triplane for aces. The reason its production was curtailed at the 320 was in part down to serious structural problems that the aircraft suffered, especially wing failures, that the biplane Fokker D7 started coming into service, and that brought about quite a rapid end to production of the triplane. It was agile, and it had an excellent rate of fire, which enabled it to join a fight very quickly.